another Apple device, a MacBook Pro used by the bishop when she was doing her hacking sequence, when she was transferring money to the FBI agent who ended up not being an FBI agent, who is a thief, who is actually also her accomplice. It's a lot of twists and turns in this movie. Today we're checking out we're doing a tech review of Red Notice, looking at the devices used in the movie, and some of those you missed, some of those you didn't, some of those you thought were obvious, some of those which you didn't even realize were in the movie. Microsoft announced the device, put it in the movie, and it hasn't yet seen the light of day. We'll talk about that before the end of the video. So starting out at the beginning of the movie, at the workshop of the thief, where he was on a mission, preparing on a mission to go steal the egg. A lot of thieves in this movie, a lot of eggs to talk about as well. We see a TV, which it could be any TV at all. It's most likely a Sony Bravia 4K Android UHD smart TV. Oh my god, that's a lot. Kind of looks like a 43-inch, could be more than that. You know, we don't know what angle this was shot at, the distance it was away from the camera, what lens was used to shoot this particular, to take this particular shot. So I can't really tell much of that, but it's at least a 43-inch Sony Bravia 4K UHD Android TV. Moving ahead, we see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character take a device from one of the security guys at the museum and used it to scan around the room. If you haven't guessed by now, that is an iPad encased in a case. The iPad is encased in a case. The iPad is in a case is what I'm trying to say. And as I edit the video right now, I'm going to put the like and subscribe button on the screen so you remember to like and subscribe. Next up is another Apple device, a MacBook Pro used by the bishop when she was doing her hacking sequence, when she was transferring money to the FBI agent who ended up not being an FBI agent, who is a thief, who is actually also her accomplice. It's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, but then you get what I'm talking about. She used a MacBook Pro. The identity of the MacBook Pro cannot be said at this particular scene because we don't really see much information about it. We just see it is a MacBook Pro. By identity I mean 2021 or 2020, but let me just point this out before we move on because it's very vital to the end of the video. Filming of Red Notice took place in 2020, early 2020, got cut off in the middle of 2020 because of the pandemic, obviously, and then it ended in October, November of 2020. So devices that were released after 2020, which is 2021 devices, didn't make the cuts or didn't make it into the movie. So with that in mind, this is not a MacBook Pro 2021. This is earlier, but then as we proceed, we then see more clearly that it is a MacBook 2020. I mean, you can see the touchpad. It is not a 2021 MacBook, obviously, because shooting took place in 2021. 2021 MacBooks also do not have the touchpad. They're replaced by the function keys. So let's move on. Yet another Apple device, an iPhone this time around. Like, look, here's the thing. If I had $1 for every time an iPhone or any Apple device popped up in a movie, I'm pretty sure I'd be competing with Dangote for the spot of the richest man in Africa. It's just a lot. Okay, so this is an iPhone, and by the look, just looking at it right now, it is not an iPhone 12 or 13 because it doesn't have the signature design, which is the boxy look. Yes, so it is pre-iPhone 12, iPhone 11 most probably. The next frame shows us something, which also shows us something else again. So I'll pause with the iPhone here. Now we can see in the ear of this security guy, he is using AirPods. Doesn't look like AirPods Pro to me. It has a very long stem. It doesn't look like AirPods Pro. Also not AirPods 3. AirPods 3 was launched in 2021. I said filming took place in 2020. So most likely AirPods first or second generation. My bet is on second generation AirPods. $130. It starts now at $130. $130 you could get AirPods 2. AirPods 3 does come with spatial audio, water sweat resistance, and a wireless charging case out of the box, just right out of the box. To get wireless charging on the AirPods 2, you'd need to spend a little more than $130. $180 is what the AirPods 3 costs, so yeah, that's pretty much the prices. And by the way, you can get it on Telefonica for 1,390. You just say 1,400 cedis. at Telefonica. So back to the iPhone, we do see two cameras. We can visibly see two cameras, although his gloves is covering most of it. We don't know if there is a third camera or not. Like I said, iPhone 11 series 2019 released two cameras on the 11, 3 on the Pro and Pro Max. So because of his gloves covering up some part of the camera, we can't tell if it's a Pro or Pro Max or just the regular 11. But then it is the 2019 iPhone 11 series. So moving away from Apple devices for a little while, we see the next up is a monitor, right, by Dell. If you didn't notice the name down there, this is a Dell monitor. Not really much information I could pull up from this. It's only the fact that it's a Dell monitor. This has been used severally throughout the movie, used by the Interpol as well. It's funny how Interpol makes arrests. Interpol actually in real life does not have the authority to make arrests. So very interesting. Let me see if you guys can point that out. Did you see what she did there? And do you know what that is? No? Alright. Some of you probably didn't even see what she did. She is holding something, closed it, and she's about leaving. That is a Microsoft Surface Duo. If you don't know what the Microsoft Surface Duo is, it is Microsoft's definition of what a foldable is. 2 times they've produced this and just like 4 people that have bought it so far or something, I don't know. But yeah, Microsoft Surface Duo. If you missed it, there you go, Microsoft Surface Duo. Do you see what is by the side, just like on is it a drawer or something, by just beneath the window by Ryan's leg? As we move further, we do see what it is. It looks like a Microsoft Surface Duo, right? But this is bigger. This is the Microsoft Surface Neo, announced in 2019 alongside the Microsoft Surface Duo. Right, yeah, the Surface Duo did see the light of day as we have it. We have 2 of it actually, 2020, 2021 production. So the Surface Neo does run not on Android. The Duo does run on Android. The Surface Neo does not run on Android. It runs on Windows, but Windows 10X, which is like a Windows version built for tablets, foldables, and whatnot, you know, the like. So back to the iPhones again. Sotovoche's iPhone, he's not the bad guy. This is like a lot of bad. It's pretty much like the movie is about the bad guys. So he's like one of the bad guys in the movie. He uses an iPhone 11 series. We can't really tell from the front if it's 11 or Pro or Pro Max. But as we move ahead towards the as the movie proceeds, we just see for a few frames we can see that third camera, and that's just pretty much identifies it as a Pro or Pro Max. Still doesn't pinpoint which it is. And as we approach the end of the movie, well, that's not who I think it is, right? That's not Mr. Who's the Boss. That is not Mr. Tell me that is not Mr. Who's the Boss. Someone needs to tell me down there if it's him or not. So the movie does end with an iPhone used by the Princess Cleopatra, the majestic, beautiful Princess Cleopatra. She uses an iPhone. You cannot tell which iPhone it is because there's like 3 iPhones it could possibly be. iPhone X from 2017, iPhone XS or XS Max from 2018. All 3 phones have the same design at the back, the same camera setup at the back, so you can't really identify which it is specifically. This is pretty much all the information we have. We cannot tell what iPhone it is amongst these 3, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And that is it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave a comment down below, like the video so I know you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more videos like this if you do want to see more videos like this. So yeah, there's another one coming up just like this one, 007's No Time to Die tech review, looking at the devices just like we did of this one. Stay tuned for that. Peace out, stay safe, and keep wearing a mask. Omicron is out there.